It looks like people who ensure that they use their own equipment or whatever they need to get kids where they have to go. It ensures that people who at one point thought, I want to go to college, not only goes to college, continues working with the band as a paraprofessional, and just gave his teaching credentials the last couple of years and is rocking. Ms. Cruz has been with the district 26 years, and he is exceptional. And so this morning, Mr. Cruz, my very first year I came out, I was so taken. This is the best marching band I've ever seen. This is the best drum line I've ever seen. Anything that you touch seems to be excellent. So when we stopped into the office this morning, there was someone waiting there, and there were two checks. One was a $500 check donation for the drum line, and the other was $500 for you because you drive your own vehicle and you all but we want you to take time for self-care. And again, we appreciate all you do. You know, we love you. All right, as we get started this morning, we have several introductions that we want to give, but we also know, look at y'all fanning like you in church. Stop that. Nothing like turning the heat up first thing in the morning. In fact, when I drove up, there was one of our amazing police officers said, Dr. Anderson, they have a parking space for you way down there. If you go down there, you can park, you have a reserved space. So I don't need a reserved space. What's the farthest away from Washburn that I can park? Because I want to make sure that we are walking in your shoes every day. And y'all are hot right now, I am a little tired. So with that walk and halfway jog all the way up, in fact, there was someone from Jordan, where's my Jordan buddy, that about 2 blocks in, he started joining me with the jog, whoever that was, jogging with me half the way. I have to tell you, while we came in and it's a little warm, bear with us, it's well worth it. Turning the heat up this year for Topeka Public Schools. Let that be in your mind as you're sweating and doing your little church things. We're going to get started with just a few introductions, and I'm going to turn it right on over to our amazing mayor. And she's going to give you words of greeting, then our school board president and our KDA president. As we get started with a few of these welcomes, every year we invite community members and clergy members to join us. And so I'd like to ask, rather than calling every single church out and every single community organization out, including our business partners who will be acknowledged again, I'm going to ask first, will the clergy members who've been donating so much to our, and this is not even half of them or a third of them, but those who have been steadfast with coming to this event, clergy members who are here with us today, please stand. Last weekend, there were haircuts done by FBC. We know in that Avondale East section, we have a new church open up. If you ever want to really go to a morning or afternoon service, you can go to Antioch. I know I said I wasn't going to call them out, but y'all know I'm a preacher's daughter. So just to throw out a little bit of acknowledgement and thank you. Thank you for what you do. All of you and all of those that are not here today, our thoughts are with them in our spirits as we pump it up this morning. We also want to acknowledge additionally some special guests this morning that I don't know, generally this person is so busy that he is not here this morning, but I always like to make sure to mention. 2 years ago, this was a tradition that we started, and I asked, we don't get everybody together around the table and just say, hey, we get ready to get this thing going. They said, well, no, that's thousands of people. You know how much that would cost? I said, man, but you can't get the day started without the family coming around the table, so we gotta figure this thing out. This was just 2 years ago. They said, well, do you know how much this will cost? So we came to Washburn, Ms. Kruger and I, and we asked, is this something that Washburn can do for free? They donated us this space at no cost. Possible. We so appreciate it. So with that, I'm going to turn it over at this time, and then we're going to come back to some additional acknowledgments. I'm going to turn it over at this time to Mayor Yella Isla and parent of a Topeka High student.
Oh my God, this is crazy. When I walked in this morning, I thought it was kids. And I'm like, oh no, it's all the teachers and all the staff. It's like, oh my God. So by mayoral decree, from now on, whenever I have a presentation, I am going to have the Topeka High Band do the opening for me. Yes. You went up to Topeka High, marching, and oh my God. I was like, they're like, I'm gonna do it. What was that? What was that? That was awesome. So as I was thinking, because they told me you have 2 minutes. And I'm like, okay, hi, goodbye. But I can't do that, I can't do that. So I will say a few things really quick. Your guys' constituency is so much more difficult than mine. Because my constituency doesn't throw up on me, doesn't yell. Well, yeah, they yell. But doesn't throw up on me. I don't have to deal with the sickies. I don't have to kiss the boo-boos. I don't have to hug them. Well, I do, but still. But I don't have to hug them all the time. I don't have to feed them all the time. I don't have to be concerned all the time. Because guess what? Those constituents, the most important constituents, the children, are in your hands. And they're in my hands too, but guess what? Every single day I deal with the parent side of it. And you guys have the privilege of shaping the minds of the future. I am so excited that you guys are here today. I am so excited of the ministry that you guys have, because what you're doing is changing lives. My life was deeply impacted by teachers who cared for me. Because when I didn't have what I needed at home, there was a teacher that would hug me. When I didn't have what I needed at home, there was somebody that told me, that's not true, you got potential, come on. When I had been pregnant, dropped out of college, and trying to go back, there was a teacher that gave me a second chance. And because that teacher, I am here today. So, that's the story of me that brings the story of us. So who is the next mayor that you are touching? Who is the future president that you're touching? Who's the future Pastor Joe and Pastor Hicks? Who are they? Because you have them all in your hand. So as you go out in this year, go out inspired knowing that there is a group of people that are praying for you. Know that you have people that are by your side. Know that you have the private sector like advisors and other companies that are supporting you, because we know that the needs are real. But just remember every single day that you're touching lives. And you have the power to influence the city. I love you guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, our first Latino mayor. You know Topeka has it going on with all that we're doing. I'd like to call up our board president, Dr. Michael Morrison. Many of you were born through him. He was the OBGYN. I know a lot of you said, oh, I know him. So he's either delivered your children, and some of you, he delivered you. Let's give an applause for our board president, Dr. Morrison.
Thank you. Boy, what I have to follow those two wonderful role models. Unbelievable. Strong women. Good morning, Topeka Public Schools. Good morning. So on behalf of the Board of Education, we're so excited and welcome another school year. I would like to introduce all of the Board of Education members who serve as volunteers to support the work you do. Vice President Nancy Kirk. Ms. Janelle Johnson. Dr. Peg McCarthy. The Reverend John Williams. Mr. Patrick Woods. Dr. Scott Mickelson could not be with us today. As members of the Board of Education, we work for you and for the 14,000 students of Topeka Public Schools. The work that takes place in the classroom and in school buildings is the most important work in our community and for the future. Just like the Mayor said, who knows, you may have your hand on the next President of the United States. Every person sitting in this room impacts the future of our city, our state, our country every day by ensuring students have the means and resources to learn. By having clean classrooms to sit in, by having technology to utilize, by making sure the bills gets paid and the buildings are maintained. Every single person impacts our ultimate goal of students first, working as a team for continuous improvement. I sometimes look back on my own public school student experience. I remember my English teacher, Miss Story, what a great name, don't you think? My first grade teacher, Miss Berry, my baseball and football coach, Mr. Oswald, and also he was my American history teacher as well. I implore each of you teachers, you administrators, you custodians, you members of the office staff, and all others in ancillary positions to be a person who is remembered by students. The person who shaped their lives into being the contributing citizens they become. In May, we watch hundreds of students walk across the graduation stage, and it is because of each and every one of you that helped them get to that point. The Board of Education says thank you. Let's have a great 2018-2019 year.
And now we are going to turn it over to our Canadian president. For those of you who don't know, often when we have any teachers organization, often it's a central office, us and them. Well, while I'm superintendent, really take off the superintendent title, I'm really a teacher. My only job is to advocate for you. And as such, I, like many of you, are a member of the KDA. I joined 2 years ago, my first day when I started. And it is a proud moment to continue to say, how do we look at ways to advocate, whether you're a part of KDA or not? How do we look at ways to advocate for teachers? Everybody in life has a teacher. We love you, Dr. Morrison, but they don't all have a doctor. For our attorneys, they don't all have attorneys. Hopefully they go to church, but they don't all necessarily go to church. But everybody has a teacher. So whoever you are, if you're not in the classroom, but you're on the border, if you're not advocating and cheering for teachers, then that's an item that you have to step up and do. And I know I'm speaking to the crowd here, but I just want to say that KDA has been a strong force in Topeka Public Schools, and under that force for many years now has been Stephanie Harson, our KDA president. Let's give her a applause.
Hello, good morning. Thank you, Dr. Anderson. She is exactly right. Everybody out there has a teacher. And everybody in this building, everyone in our school district who is employed by Topeka Public Schools is in some way a teacher. Whether it's that you are teaching our students, maybe as you're cleaning the hallways and you say, hey, by the way, I want you to have a great day. I see you at the grocery store. I know your mom, and I know that you can do it. Whether it's the person serving meals and they give that student a smile and say, sweetie, it's going to be okay. Whether it's the person who welcomes them in the office in the morning, the secretaries. But every single person, from the very highest level all the way through our organization, is an educator. And we need to celebrate that. What I want to talk to you about, especially this morning, is this fresh start that we're given every year. And I hit on that a little bit every year, but I want you to realize how wonderful of an opportunity we have in this profession. We start out every single year with a clean slate. These students come to us, And even though they've had other experiences in other schools or in our schools, they start out with us fresh every year. We start out fresh every year. And that's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. There really isn't any other profession out there like that. And so, in particular, what is interesting about this year is we have a whole new fresh start in the state of Kansas. And what I'm talking about is, for the first time in almost 7 years, we will be starting out with public schools that are almost, not quite, but almost adequately and equitably funded. This is a huge accomplishment. It speaks highly of us. It speaks highly of the state of Kansas. It speaks highly of our parents, our students, our citizens. We care about public schools. They know that if they give us the resources we need, we can get the job done. And that is a huge, huge investment in us and in our students. What I want us to think about is that 7th grader who has never, they've been in public schools in Kansas their entire career, they've never attended an equitably and adequately funded school. But they are this year. And so we start with a clean slate, knowing that they haven't been given everything that they should have been given, but we're going to give them our all this year and do our best to try to fill that void, to lessen that gap. And for our folks who are kindergartners in early childhood, our hope is, our goal is that every year of their public education will be adequately and equitably funded. But I'm asking you to dream big and work hard, because for us, for a long time, we have been doing the impossible with the inadequate. And not just the impossible with the inadequate, but also the inequitable. And we have all been trying, through partnerships, through our own bank accounts, through our own extra hard work, trying to fill that void. But the fact of the matter is, we all knew it wasn't ever quite enough. So what we are now in is this new era, this new dawn, where we need to start dreaming bigger. We need to start thinking about what is possible, and we need to bring that home for our students. Everybody remembers their first year as an educator, and we have a lot of new educators that have had a wonderful opportunity to meet and greet. Everybody remembers their first class, their first year as a new educator. Some of us, as life goes on, there are some classes that we remember a little bit more than others, sometimes for the very best of reasons, and sometimes for the reasons that are a little bit more challenging. But the fact of the matter is, this is your first class. This is your first class in a system that is adequately and equitably funded, and we need to make this the best year possible for our students. I'm excited to come back. Wonderful, wonderful opportunities await us this year. Have a wonderful school year. Give it up to Topeka Public Schools.
You mentioned teachers in their first year. If you have been teaching, if it's your very first year in teaching, please stand for just a moment. If you have been teaching for more than 20 years, please stand up. People all around the room who have been here 20 plus years. A lot of times I'll continue and say 25 or 30, 40, and you will still see people standing. This is a family. And in a family, this is a place for new teachers. You see some of your colleagues around you, that not only for your support, but also for new teachers to know that this is a place that we look forward to you having 20, 30, 40 years in. With that, we want to go ahead and take just a moment and acknowledge some of those teachers who helped us get started this morning. There were several teachers in our ROTC unit that got their students together. The Topeka West ROTC, they gave out the calendars, greeted you this morning. Let's thank you. Also, those cheerleaders, I saw those little pom-poms in the back. They said, don't forget about us, the Topeka West and Highland Park High cheerleaders. Into the remainder of this agenda are two people. One, we have a new bus company. I know y'all are happy about that. Kansas Central people, where are you at? Stand up so they know who to come after if you don't get it right. Kansas Central, are they in the room right now? And they know I'm here. We know they're going to get it right. Not only that, but they pulled all the drivers together. They gave them trauma training last week. They taught some of the drivers some of the nonverbal cues that kids have. And they have a variety of other new things in store that just lets us know from the beginning customer service is a goal. Kansas Central, we're looking forward to the partnership this year. And you're going to hear this name later in the agenda attached to one of our recognitions, but we also want to acknowledge one of our most steadfast community partners. This community partner not only purchases students at every school holiday Christmas gifts, at every school, but also chose to take this initiative to invest in 3 schools to see if they invested in kids at elementary and then middle and then high, what would the trajectory be over time? So that means they're talking about from preschool for the next 12, 13 years. They're investing in over $100,000 in 3 schools to see over time. While they're doing that, they pay for a number of things at all of the schools across the district, in addition to that $100,000 plus investment. We want to thank Advisors Excel. Of what companies in the classroom, they know that everybody has a teacher and that we have to invest to make sure that collectively we grow together. All right, every agenda starts off with students first. Now, for new teachers, people around here get a little rowdy. I know you heard the Topeka High over here cheering, and the people over here start cheering back, and these people over here started cheering. Well, when it comes to the school that the student is from, we want to make sure that we do a little clap and cheer for that student in particular. So students first is always the first 2 words of our theme, and we started that 2 years ago. This year it's students first, working as a team for continuous improvement. So students first, that means who should be talking on this stage right now? Students, that's right. And so I walked in not last week, I guess about 4 or 5 months ago, into State Street last week. Okay, y'all know I lost my voice and everything. Oh my goodness. State Street. And so our State Street student that's with us, okay. Well, let me tell you a little bit about her. She comes on up to the stage. Well, rather than me introducing her, she should introduce herself, I think, and her parents. Let's give it up for our State Street student.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Marissa Smith, and today I have here is my mom, my dad, my brother, and my aunt. Can you guys please stand? I'm going to 5th grade. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. If you can find a fire but I see it in you, so we can walk it out and move mountains, and we can walk it out and move mountains, and I'll rise like the day. I will rise up in spite of the ache. Rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again for you, for you. But I promise you, take the world to its feet and move mountains, and take the world to its feet and move mountains, and I'll rise like the day. I will rise up in spite of the ache. Rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again for you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope. And forgot we had each other. And forgot we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, oh, we'll rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I will rise up in spite of the ache. Rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'd like to give a thanks to Mr. Yoho for
All right, I guess Mr. Yoho, she forgot you first, so she said, but let her know, let's give her another applause. It's all right. Not many people can sing in front of thousands of people, much less with no music and the a cappella and the message, I will rise up. I will rise up. And then she ended with, we will rise up. You, my dear, are brilliant. You are awesome. Thank you for getting us started. No, you are awesome. All right, as we continue on with our agenda and we look at our next several items, we now have our Topeka Public Schools video, and then we have another student today. So we have State Street on one end of the district, and we have another student on the other end of the district to kind of round us off. But every year, Communications puts together a Topeka Public Schools video. And so this year, and no one has seen it except for a few people in central office. And so this year, we're going to go ahead and kick our video off with the Communications team, and they'll take it from here. This will be shown on our webpage. It'll be sent out across through the media, but this helps embody who we are. This year, we really are focusing on the theme of students first, working as a team for continuous improvement.
What makes up education excellence are the people that provide to our schools every single day at all grade levels.
It may not necessarily be the teacher in the classroom, although that's key. We all play a role in how students grow and thrive.
Yep, you're going to work at it every day, and it starts with you. You look in the mirror, say, I can do this, I can believe in it, and regardless, at the end of the day, be willing to go back the next day with just as much energy and passion as you brought in the day before.
Here at 501, staff members are so much more than just a staff member. They're mentors, they're friends, and they want to see you succeed.
It takes the community as a whole to be able to generate everything that we need for our students and for our population well into the future.
My hope for every one of our students is that they become a productive citizen to whatever community that they belong, and they continue to want to be a lifelong learner.
Innovation is important because things are changing. I like to think about career awareness starting early and exploring all the way through school.
The fine arts are very important for a student because it's their ability to find that direction in life.
The bottom line behind sports is that they know how to compete. And the competition is being prepared because in the scope of the world, you got to compete with the world on a global stage.
We believe that excellence in education is the key to a strong foundation for a successful life and community.
We believe that it's never too early for students to begin preparing for their futures.
We believe community partners are essential for creating a better Topeka and a better community.
We believe that fine arts encompass a well-rounded education.
Yeah, we believe that athletics builds champions. And champions doesn't mean winning everything. Champions is about teamwork, commitment, honor, integrity.
I am
Topeka Public Schools.
I am
Topeka Public Schools.
We are Topeka Public Schools.
That's not why you want to get back from this. Good morning. We've already heard a number of things that make us feel good this morning. I have the privilege of sharing some news with you that hopefully will make you feel even better. Many of you may have missed this news event because it occurred in July, when many of you were still on break. But I'm happy to share that Topeka Public Schools was awarded a national recognition of being a district of distinction. This is an award that is presented by District Administration Magazine. They look at districts across the nation. This is an annual award that they present. And they're looking for districts that have creative and innovative ideas that are designed to improve student outcomes. Topeka Public Schools is the only district, I'm happy to share, the only district in Kansas to receive this distinction this year in 2018. Dr. Anderson touched on the award, and why we received the award is because of partnerships that we have with businesses such as Advisors Excel. I'd like to ask for those representatives to join me on the stage as I talk a little bit about what we received the award for. The initiative that we received the award for was Companies in the Classroom, and there's no business that takes the lead and does as much for Topeka Public Schools as Advisors Excel. Advisors Excel they have stocked food pantries, they have established clothing banks, they have not only paid for field trips, they've also paid the cost for ACT tests and prep. They have done so much on behalf of Topeka Public School students that they are definitely helping improve student outcomes. So here representing Advisors Excel, we have Lindsay Freeman, who is Director of Community Engagement, and we also have Matt Byer, who is Director of Employee Initiatives. So let's give them a standing ovation to show our appreciation.
All right. The continued theme is it takes all of us to make this thing work. Mrs. Harson touched on equitably funding schools, or getting close to it. You see, we believe that because we have those additional funds, while on average people get a 3% increase, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, Topeka Public Schools this year, okay, let me say this right, Mr. Robbins. Okay, I don't know if I'm just staring at him because it's one of what I'm going to say. All right, Topeka Public Schools will be giving probably one of the highest increases in Kansas with an average of an 8% increase this year. We are so excited to invest in our teachers. That is still in the proposal stage, and that is what we are looking forward to giving our teachers this year, and we are excited for not only the administration, but all others who help make that possible. I do want to acknowledge those people that are also in the room that helped make today possible as we get ready to transition to the next phase of this program. So we just saw the video. We got to give it up to our communications team. In her second year on the job, we are so proud of her. K-State grad as well. The other members of the team, of the leadership team, I want to acknowledge them. You've already heard from Mr. Roberts. He is our deputy superintendent who oversees all of operations, budget, construction, food service, and all other items. We want to acknowledge him today. Additionally, we want to acknowledge our assistant superintendent, Miss Billy Wallace. Ms. Lori Cope is the school board attorney. I believe is Mr. Scott Gowan here. Down on the floor with us today. Oh, Mr. Scott Gowan, he's sitting with his team. Wave in, Mr. Gowan. And we've also already acknowledged communications. But it takes a team to make things work. So our theme, Students First, working as a team for continuous improvement, will remain the theme long term. Because that's a piece we want to continue to keep in mind. I can't do well unless you do well, and vice versa. As we go on with our agenda and go on to the very next items, I'd like to call on Mrs. Billy Wallace to acknowledge many of our staff members who have won various recognitions over the course of end of last year and into the summer.
All right, this is an honor for me to be able to share some staff highlights. We have some people that, as I call their name, if they would remain standing, please. Melanie Ralston. She is the 19th TPS teacher to be inducted into the Kansas Teacher Hall of Fame. Topeka High. Business Teacher Education Coalition Teacher of the Year. Debbie Dickerson from Stout. And Kirsten Stewart Nelson, were named a Distinguished Staff Person for 2018. Would you please stand for recognition? Thank you. Look around at these wonderful teachers. Two of them have had an impact on me personally. They were teachers of my children. And every single one of you out there touches children every day. Thank you.
I absolutely love Ms. Walls. I always say, I tell people, oh, just, connect with my sister. They literally think I have a sister. And I say, she looks just like me. And it's because we often dress alike. By accident, I say every week there will at least be one time when we dress alike. And we think alike so often. We also lose things quite often. Is this your phone? Here you go. Here you go, sister. That's all right. That's all right. It is wonderful to love the people that you work with and work around. Now for our next speaker. I believe that you come in contact with people not by accident, but on purpose. I think it's divine who passes you on the street and the gas station line and the coffee line, the students that you get, whether they are challenging or otherwise. I think it's all divinely orchestrated. And so just like I walked in and heard our young lady singing about rising up one day, and I just happened to come in the State Street that day, how lucky was I? Similarly, this student I've run into 3 times. I had no idea until yesterday that her mother is one of our staff members. This student just took me in so many ways because not only of her leadership skills and her oratorical skills from winning competitions, but also her presence and desire to just do well. She'll be graduating soon. And so we want to continue to root her on. So let me ask Ms. Kiora Brooks to come on down. Now Kiora, and then people never know what I'm going to ask them to do, so I know she's like, okay, wait a minute, I was just supposed to say a speech. So.
Okay, so my mom is over here. Will you please stand? She's a parent at Jardine for preschool. I haven't chosen my college yet. I hope to have that down in September so I can start packing on scholarships. But I'm looking around right now. And I hope to major in child psychology, so I'm really excited about that. I go to Topeka High School. I went to French Middle School. And I went to McClure Elementary. The definition of belief is to accept something as true, to have faith in something. I believe in me. I believe in my skills, my drive, my success, and my potential to have a great future. The belief I have in myself is overwhelming. The reason why the belief I have in myself is overwhelming is because it's not just me that believes in me. My parents and school staff members believe in me. They push me towards greatness, towards new and sometimes anxiety-spiking opportunities, towards success. They wish the best upon me. My personality and way of thinking has been shaped by the belief I receive. I remember in first grade we wrote in journals, and I started to create a story in my journal, and my teacher, Miss Johnson, pushed me to pursue that story. She shared my story and she believed in my work. To this day, I have a love of writing and creating stories and poetry, and Miss Johnson is someone I can thank for that, as her belief in me helped ignite my love of writing. I remember in 6th grade in Miss Young's English class, a girl switched over to the gifted program. I had never heard of the gifted program before, so I asked Ms. Young about it. She told me the gifted program was for advanced students who needed more challenging curriculum. Now, I believe that I should be in the gifted program, and thankfully Ms. Young encouraged this belief and created an opportunity for me to take the test to see if I could be in the program. To this day, thanks to this young's belief in me, I've been in the program and have had many opportunities open up to me because of it. I have so many stories of how staff members' belief in me helped shape me into the person I am today. And I'm not the only one. Students throughout Topeka Public Schools have stories of staff members believing in them and their success, of staff members offering them support by spending extra time with them explaining homework, of staff members brightening their day with simple actions such as giving them a hug when they need it. Let me ask some questions. Hey, Topeka West High School. Do you believe in my classmates? Hey, Eisenhower Middle School. Do you encourage your students? Hey, Loman Hill Elementary. Do you wish success upon your students? Hey, Pine Ridge Prep. Are you ready to teach your preschoolers the value of education? Simple things like believing in us, encouraging us, wishing success upon us goes a long way. We are in school for 8 hours, more or less, for 5 days a week. School is like a second home to us. We come to school for the first 4 to 5 years of our lives, and we're like sponges. We start to take in everything we come into contact with. We're not just taking in how to add or subtract or Darwin's theory. We're taking in how we're being treated. We know if we're being treated good, and we know if we're not being pushed to our potential. We take all this in, and our characters build upon what we take in. Now, are you helping us take in negativity and a disbelief in ourselves? Or are you supporting us become successful people in the future? You're doing one or the other. There's no in between. You're either discouraging us or uplifting us. Think upon your past actions and ask yourself the question, am I uplifting the students I come into contact with? Look, I know it's challenging to uplift students at times. I know how difficult and disrespectful we can be. I know there's been times where you hear the last bell ring at the end of the day and you feel like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders. But I hope you can move on from that and not lose faith in us. I hope you continue to push us to achieve our dreams and aspirations. We need your support. You're the reason one day we'll eventually graduate, ready for college or the workplace. Now, let me ask you another question. Do you believe in yourself and in your colleagues? That you all have the ability to shape students' lives? I'm not just talking to teachers and parents here. I'm talking to all staff members, the custodians, librarians, counselors, office workers, nurses, lunch staff, principals, the list goes on. You all interact with us, even if those interactions are small. Small interactions can hold a heavy weight in an individual's life. Now, do you believe in us, your students? You better, because all 14,000 of us are going to be coming back to your school starting next week. All of you are the foundation of our hopes and dreams and future achievements. You're our role models, even if we don't realize it yet. I want to say, on behalf of all Topeka Public School students, we thank you and we appreciate all of you who direct, shape, and motivate us every single day, regardless of what's happening in your own lives. Look, I know there's probably easier ways to make a living than dealing with us, but you chose this job, and well, we thank you for it. Continue to believe in yourself, and in your colleagues, and in us and our future. Again, I thank you for all your hard work and belief. Here's to another year, and remember, we the students are counting on you.
All right. fantastic job. She did a fantastic job. She ended with, I'm counting on you, or we're counting on you. And I said this to new teachers not too long ago, a very similar statement. She said the students are counting on us. So we're going to try a little chant. I'm going to say, I'm counting on you. You're going to say, count me in. I'm counting on you. Count me in. I'm counting on you. Count me in. All right, at the very end, I might be bringing her back up. And if Marissa's ready, bringing her back up, we're going to work this room. Are you ready, Marissa? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. And if Marissa doesn't come up, it looks like there's some other young people right up front to join us in and talking about they're counting on us. They're counting on us. As I listened to the very first song and concluded with Kiora's remarks, just a few remarks for our closing. And then we're going to turn it over to our roll call. In my remarks, I never prepare my remarks before I say them. I just come up, I pray on the side, I'm a pastor's daughter, come on up and say whatever comes out. But because I'm a pastor's daughter, Baptist and that, sometimes it can get a little long, so we're going to make sure we stop on time today. So we're going to have an amen crowd in front. Now, I said this last week, I was speaking somewhere, and I thought I was doing really good. The lady jumped up and said, amen. I said, amen. She said, no, your time is up, baby. Come on, man. I was in Goddard, Kansas speaking, and I said, oh my goodness. So for our amen crowd, we're going to ask anybody up front, just kind of put the church finger up and I'm going to wrap it up. So within this 5 minutes or so, and look, the pastor said, take your time, take your time. And not our pastors do. Pastor needs, take your time. All right, so I've saved my voice to the end. And the words that I have with you, it's interesting. On the way to work, I always listen to a sermon. When I get ready to go to sleep, I always listen to a sermon. And so I love Dr. Martin Luther King. I listen to many different sermons, but I love listening to his speeches. So I have 200-something plus speeches from Dr. Martin Luther King on tape. And I listen to them on the way in. But this one, I happened to come across on YouTube this morning, plugged it in the car, and I'm just going to read 2 comments. And I will share that I have not heard this one before. And it was, I think, a piece of a speech. And it struck me after listening to Kiora. One part that it mentioned, and I just jotted it down quickly. Dr. King said in the speech, I refuse to accept the idea that man is merely flotsam and jetsam in the river of life, unable to influence the unfolding events around him. Kiora spoke about people influencing her life. Who was the teacher, Kiora? Was it Miss Johnson? At what school? Miss Johnson, are you still at McClure? She retired. Oh my goodness. Because of Miss Johnson at McClure, Kiora is a writer. How amazing is that? As I continue to think about the impact, and half the time we have no idea what it looks like until students come back to us, or we hear their career, or we get an invitation somewhere. But as she said, we all have an impact, good or bad. You have an impact with everyone you meet and greet every day. Our charge today, throughout the year, is to show unconditional love to every student, family, staff member we come in contact with. Imagine if everybody did that. If each of us were beacons of love walking through this room, or think of it as beacons of love or light, literally, and turned off the lights, imagine how filled this room would be. And so it is a wonderful feeling to know when you walk in a room, if you're a foster student, which we have over 400, if you are a homeless student, which we have over 650, you may walk in that classroom, and that may be the one and only place that you know, I belong, and I am loved. And so that particular piece of his speech, there was another piece that I jotted down, and this speech wasn't very long. First time I heard it, so I listened to it maybe 6 times on the way here, and was so taken, jotted these in my little notes for later tonight when I go home and study. The other part that it said, he said, I have the audacity to believe that people everywhere should and can have 3 meals a day for their bodies educated. That's my halls falling out of my mouth. But since y'all family, I'm not even embarrassed. Let me put the little halls right. Oh my goodness. And whoever's gonna clean this up, though, that's gonna be kind of nasty, but they'll be all right. Now see, that kind of messed up my throat. He said, I have the audacity to believe that people everywhere can have 3 meals a day. I believe, and I have the audacity to believe, that education and culture for their minds and dignity can happen, that equality and freedom for their spirits. I believe what self-centered men tear down, love can build up. Walk in feeling torn down. They feel that there's a heaviness on their back, and only love can build that up. So it's our charge to be beacons of light, beacons of love, and to ensure that everyone that walks in the room feels that they belong. You know, it is so amazing. This time last year was a little different for me, and this year, this is probably one of the hardest starts of the year in my entire life. So off to the side, I kept asking for, okay, what's next? What's next? And that's very much unlike me. Or what's this? What's the next thing on the agenda? But even with that, knowing that I get to come here and be surrounded by thousands of people representing love in our schools and our community, man, that fills you up. I couldn't help but to be ready to come in, ready to roll. And so be running for them. Oh my goodness, as soon as I walked in, and who is that young man from Jordan that came jogging with me? And you know, I'm from St. Louis, he came, why you all shy now? You're not normally shy at your school, stand up for just a minute. He said, oh man, so you never know what I'm gonna say. And I'm from St. Louis, so you know, you don't come running up behind somebody. So he came and he looked, he said, hey, he gave me a hug. When I turned around, he didn't know that was my pose to kind of, you know. And I said, oh, we got here. I said, where are we parked? Where are we parked? 18th Street, 17th Street. He said, I don't know. I saw you at 18th and you were walking already. So somewhere around 17th, 18th Street. But you have to imagine, when you feel heavy, to be able to come into a room filled with love, to be greeted by someone just running down the street, hugging me, saying, man, you inspire me. How was your summer? I went to Texas. I went here. My goodness, how good that is. And so I want to say in advance, thank you for what you do, not only for our students, but thank you for what you do for each other. Thank you for inspiring each other, whether you are a teacher, a custodian, cafeteria worker, a bus driver. Everybody is a lesson and a blessing every day. So thank you for being the lessons and the blessings, starting off with you. All right, we have some young people that want to come up here and you can count on me because I'm losing my voice again. Come on up here, Kiara. We know you're not shy. All right. We still have roll call. And we're going to do I'm counting on you. You're going to scream it on that side. You can't just be still. You got to be I'm counting on you. And go point to someone. They can shout it loud. And you all are going to say, count me in. There's something beautiful about putting out in the universe what it is that you believe. believe, hope for, what it is that you want and expect. There's something beautiful about having it come from the mouths of children to remind us why we are here and what we're supposed to do every day. All right, so you want to be ready? We're going to do ours together, okay? We'll start off. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you.
I'm counting on you.
I'm counting on you.
I'm counting on you.
I'm counting on you.
I'm counting on you.
I'm counting on all of us, Topeka Public Schools. All right, now for our roll call. So every year we pick a different school for the roll call. The roll call is a round and cheer, new people. Some people get real excited. They'll be knocking folks down, so hold on to your seats. As we do this roll call, I think the first year I had the fine arts people from different schools. I think Topeka High was the main place that they came from. Last year was Highland Park. Look, people getting ready. You hear them? Come on, come on, come on. This year, there are two people that we're going to have do the roll call. Now, this is good stuff, so listen up. One of them, about when I started 2 years ago, I don't even know if we had Twitter. If we had Twitter, it would be pitiful. It might be one person following us on Twitter. Facebook wasn't very good. We didn't have any videos like what we have now, very few of them. And then this program I started right around the same year, a couple of years ago. And this team began to be built. And there was a young man who lived out of state, who worked with the Trash Mountain Project. And when we hired him, he said, Dr. Anderson, you just don't know how this helped my family. He and I have never had a conversation what that exactly means, but he said, man, you just don't know. This came right on time. This young man has taken our Twitter account from the little one person that we had to well over 3,000 followers, but 10 to 20,000 views every week. Facebook, videography, photos. Look, y'all, he makes us look good. Several companies began to notice his work. He started freelancing last year. He's been with us a year. But here's the thing. Our goal is to make sure you reach your goals. This young man has gotten enough contracts that he is actually transitioning after this month, and he is now able to open his own business called, what's it, Top City Creative? Am I right? Top City Creative. Give it up to Mr. Mayor. So, if you have a personal project, Mr. DeMayo is starting his own business. This same young man just a year ago that said, you just don't know. Talk about family. This time last year, I was making a program, and I said, man, I want this program to look totally different than any program anybody's ever seen. It was last August. And there was only one person within my school family that I could think of that could do that. It's Mr. DeMayo. To say, and I said this to him, I said, to say that someone at work plays such a part in the lives of other people that he literally is the one that drafted some of the greatest memories for me a year ago to be shared with all of my family. That's when you know you're in a family. We're not just a school system. We are a family here to support one another and to be that blessing and blessing. So again, Mr. DeMayo, Top City Creative, keep that in mind after this month for those personal projects. Our next person, 2 months ago, 2 years, have mercy, time does fly. We started our summer school program, and I said, man, who is one of the top teachers in the district? And they have to be good with special ed, gen ed, organizing, and all kind of stuff. They said, have you met Erin McCoy? I met Erin McCoy. She was a teacher then in special ed at Topeka High. And she knows I never call her Erin McCoy. I call her the real McCoy. The real McCoy, come on down. All right, so the two of them will kick off the road.
Did you get all that?
Yeah,
Because it was
very
like, John.
Very public resignation. I put my resignation. Thank you everybody for being here, Dr. Anderson.
And here's Aaron.
Wow.
I'll just stand down here, John.
No, thank you. I do appreciate everyone's support. Alrighty, so like you said, my name's John. Got Aaron up here. We're excited.
It's Joe Nathan.
Joe Nathan. We have a lot to cover today. I know we're like running over and stuff like that, but here's a few things we're going to cover today.
Yeah.
Welcome.
First thing, building code violations. Don't worry, we got this.
Yep. Legal. Lori will take it from here. Don't worry about that.
The pony.
Pony, it's super weird.
Yeah, we got it.
We got a few other things in here. Homer Sports Park. We're changing that location this year. Minor things. Practices. Those are changes. Don't worry about it. So that's some of the stuff. Let's go to the next slide. I think we have a few important.
Yeah, phone numbers.
We didn't ask them yet, but.
Go ahead and get your phones out. You want to take.
Yeah, this is good enough.
What are you doing with kids?
Share it. Take it. Whatever it takes.
We're going to put them on Twitter.
We're open. We're a family, Dr. Anderson. Come on.
If parents have questions, just let them go right above us.
I got a cough drop here too.
If you want anybody, go on
There you go.
there.
Got that for you. So that's a few numbers, but actually keep your phones out. We're gonna do something fun. This is for real. We did it last year. Like she said, social media, we grew thousands of people. We had some national news outlets contact us. And so today we're gonna do something pretty fun. There's actually 3 things we're gonna hashtag. This will end up trending on Twitter if we all participate in this. And so tell them about the Smile Challenge first. And
Smile Challenge. So I'm challenging every school in 501 to blow up on our Twitter, Facebook, whatever, with the Smile Challenge because we're excited about being back. Just pretend smile. Right, we do it all the time. Okay, we're excited about being back, but we're really excited about the changes in your building possibly and seeing those kids. So what I want you guys to do is take selfies all week long. Okay, so we're going to do a 5-day, we'll probably go a week, 7-day Smile Challenge. So every day, take principals, you guys have your staffs together, department meetings, whatever. Make sure that you hashtag that Smile Challenge, and it's just going to blow up all over Topeka. So
we are TPS, our hashtag. You guys have seen that. Please use that. That helps us source stories to put online. You guys have been doing a good job. But today, we're going to use We Are TPS so our district and our people know what's going on. We're going to use hashtag Topeka so that Topeka knows what's going on. And then we're going to do hashtag Smile Challenge so that everyone in the nation knows what's going on with Topeka Public Schools. So let's take 30 seconds, pull out your phone.
Pull out your phone.
Take a selfie. We're going to take a look here as well.
We're going to
out
put
right
it
now.
with you.
So start now, take it out, and use these hashtags. All right, I'm turning it out on the public account. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Where's the 1, 2, 3. All right, we're into it on the TPS account.
So Smile Challenge.
Come on. Use those 3 hashtags. That's how people see it.
Okay.
We're almost there.
Joe Nathan, are you about ready?
I'm about ready. 1 second. We're ready for another great year. We can't wait till next week when students are turning hashtag here at TPS, hashtag Smile Challenge, and hashtag Topeka. We tweeted that out from Topeka family any chance.
We're going to take Washburn's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, take that Washburn. You're a great school. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for the free stuff.
President. Appreciate it. Alrighty, are you guys? Did you get it?
We're good.
Our 25-year plus teachers are still working on it. Come on. You got this. Newbies, help them out.
IT's been done for IT. They will
Schedule is ready. Alrighty. This is the moment of all the names.
It is.
Let's roll.
Let's roll right now. I'm ready.
Before we start, we just want to say thank you to the Board of Education. I'll start us off. Let's give it a hand for the Board of Education one more time. We appreciate what you guys do here.
So, I don't see them here, but
Yeah, where are they?
has anybody seen the Highland Park skies over there?
but there they are.
Do you guys have a choreographed cheer? What do you guys want to do? Anything in particular, or just get a good scream? Oh, here we go. The Topeka Public Schools Police Department. Let's give it a hand. All right, who's next?
I got it. Make sure the numbers and you guys can discharge your firearms, so I got you. All right. Quincy Roadrunners, where are you at?
Next up. I'm so sorry.
Give it up for Hope Street Academy.
These guys help us out across the whole district. Let's hear it for Quinton Heights Welcome Center, ELL Migrant. Where you at?
I'm all about the green and gold. Let's see, who we have? We have McEachran Mustangs. Where are you at,
Next up, the Central Office Honors Nutrition Demographics. Where you at, Central Office? I made that name up. Here we go. Yes, this is us. This is us. Yes! Thank you. Yeah, we're the honors now.
Man, you kind of got to push them out there, don't you? Come on.
We're here for you. There you go.
There they go. All right. I'm not much of purple, but I do like this school. Topeka West Chargers. They got those shit.
That was good. I like that. All right, where are the stars at? Where's State Street?
Tech and CTE teachers in college prep. Where are you at?
All right, next up is the Raiders. Where's Randolph?
Party at 2, we can do that. Yeah, microphones. All right. Williams Science and Fine Arts Magnet.
Great job. 10 points. 10 points. Look at how the scoreboard going. All right, next up is information technology. Where are you at? Great question, you guys.
Man, where would we be without you guys? You guys had that Twitter thing up there stat, like before we even put it up there. That's what I'm talking about. Eisenhower Eagles.
Next up is the Bulldogs at Cap City.
No cheer over there.
They want lunch. Here we go.
Jordan Middle.
Got it. Yeah, a few loose screws in the afterwards. That should be fine.
Leave it on Mark.
All right, next up is Stouts. Where are you at? Next year. Next year. Always a fresh start every year.
That's what I love about roll call.
Yep.
Do it again next year. Because you're not going away. I promise. Meadows Butterfly.
All right, this next guy is
Wait a
again.
minute. This is wrong. They're the Monarchs. Don't worry, he's quitting. We're
Yeah,
good.
I'm out of here.
I got you.
Don't tell someone
I
that.
got you.
This next group provides support to our whole district. Where is Lundgren and Lynn Education Center? Thank you guys. Where are you at? Yeah! All right, next up.
We get to hear it again. Are you guys ready again? Jardine Elementary and Jardine Academy.
Travel the pack. All right.
I mean, since you guys practiced all day yesterday and had all day in the building, you might as well show it on twice. Thank you so much.
All right, next up we have the Road Runners. Where right.
Don't worry, I got this one. Now, it is nothing without this group right here.
Oh, here we go.
Service Center. Appreciate you. Can you do something about the air in this building?
Please. All right. We still have an hour. This is going to be great. All right. Next
Board
up.
members, I just want you to know I really do enjoy my job, and if my name ever comes across, it's really nothing. It's just me and me. This is proof.
Next up are the Cougars. Where is Chase Middle School? Hey, classic, timeless.
All right, this group, McCarter Mustangs. Where you at? I love that.
Next up is some.
They spent all day on that one too.
She drank tea with honey. She was ready for that. Next is some of our alternative schools. Where is Avondale Academy, Juvenile Detention Center, CRE, and Flow Crit? Where are you at? Where is the McClure Eagles? There you go. Next up is Scott Dual Language Magnet. Next up is the Whitson Warriors. Actually, there's one more. Oh, no. Here we go. One more. Starting with an awkward silence. It's coming. Topeka High. So that's it.
Oh, we missed anybody?
But one more thing. Okay, you ready? Yeah.
Are you gonna race
Aaron? Yeah, I'll race you.
Not me. You go win. We got a new wellness thing I gotta worry about.
Continued for 3 years in a row, significant improvement in our performance as well. McClure, the National School of Character. And this is the second year that all elementary schools improved in English or math. Talk about a running start. Thank you.